Independence is something most homeowners deeply value. Not just staying in a home, but moving through daily life confidently, freely, on your own terms. What shapes that experience often goes unnoticed. It is not only about personal strength, it's not only about mindset. It is also about how the home itself supports daily movement, how it responds to changing energy, to balance, to routine. This conversation is not about something being wrong. It's about noticing how independence is supported or slowly made more complicated by ordinary design. Loss of independence rarely arrives as a big dramatic event. More often, it appears as subtle pattern changes, using one bathroom instead of another, leaving certain lights on, keeping frequently used items closer, moving more carefully on the stairs, or avoiding them altogether. These are not problems, they're adjustments. And adjustments tell a story. Many people aging in place do not experience, again, that one major limitation. They experience a series of small negotiations with their environment. Recognizing those negotiations early helps preserve autonomy longer. Independence is often framed as personal. We talk about willpower, strength, determination, mindset, but it is also environmental. It is shaped by lighting, by layout, by how far you have to carry things, by whether daily movements feel neutral or negotiated. Two people with the same energy can experience very different levels of independence in two different homes. One home absorbs the effort and the other requires it. That difference matters. Because independence is not only about what a person can push through, it's also about what the environment quietly supports. When the environment carries more of the load, independence feels natural and lighter. When the person carries more of the load, independence feels harder to maintain and heavier. Not suddenly, but gradually. And noticing that shift early on is what preserves flexibility. Consider something simple. Getting laundry from a bedroom down the hall and into a lower level washer. In one home, the washer might be on the same level as the bedroom. In another, it requires walking downstairs, balance, and carrying weight. Same person, different environment, different experiences of independence. For years, this may have been routine. Then gradually it becomes something postponed or something that's batched. Then something that's avoided altogether. Not because it's impossible, but because it asks more from balance, more from strength, more from energy than it once did. This is not weakness. This is feedback. This is what many people mean when they search for how to stay independent at home or aging in place at home considerations. They are not looking for urgency. They are looking for understanding. Safety rarely begins with an emergency. It begins with habits. Holding a railing more firmly, choosing brighter lights in the hallways, walking more deliberately through familiar rooms. These are not alarms, they're information. They show up where the home is still aligned and where it may need adjustments. The earlier these signs are noticed, the more flexibility remains. This framework is not medical advice. It is not to replace emergency safety decisions, and it is definitely not about timing the real estate market. It is simply a way to understand how your home supports you now, so future decisions, if they ever come, are informed rather than reactive. Staying independent at home is not about holding on tight. It is about alignment. Alignment between a person and the space. When that alignment is maintained, daily life feels steadier and easier. Energy is used intentionally, and overall quality of life remains intact. You do not need to change anything today, but noticing how your home supports or complicates your daily independence is a powerful place to begin. If this resonates, there is a companion reflection guide to help you think through these ideas at your own pace. And if you ever want to talk, not to make decisions, but simply to gain some clarity, I am here as a trusted resource.